Welcome to the channel. Today, we uncover a story of unimaginable bravery and unspeakable cruelty. This is the tale of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur, the fearless Sikh warrior who challenged the mighty Mughal Empire when no one else dared. But do you know how far the Mughals went to break him? They butchered his young son right in front of him, tore the child into two pieces, and then forced the father to eat his son's heart and liver. This wasn't just a war, it was a battle for dharma, for freedom, and for the soul of Bharat. So stay with us as we uncover the truth behind the legend of Baba Banda Singh Bahadur and expose the barbaric atrocities the Mughals committed, which some still glorify today. Born as Laiman Dev in Rajouri, Jammu, he was a sensitive soul. As a young man, he once shot a deer and watched its fawn die in pain beside its dying mother. That moment changed him forever. Leaving behind the world, he became a sadhu named Madhu Das. He eventually settled in Nanded, Maharashtra, where fate would change his destiny forever. In 1708, Guru Gobind Singh Ji visited his ashram. What began as a clash of egos ended in surrender. Madhu Das took Amrit and became Banda Singh Bahadur, a warrior chosen to avenge the innocent and destroy tyranny.
The Guru gave him a divine mission to punish Wazir Khan, the Nawab of Sirhind, who had bricked alive the Guru's two younger sons, Sahibzada Joravar Singh and Sahibzada Fateh Singh. Banda Singh left for Punjab with 25 Sikhs and a hukmnama calling all Khalsa to rise. In 1709, he captured Samana, executing those who had killed Guru Teg Bahadur and the Sahibzade. In 1710, at Chapparchiri, he defeated and killed Wazir Khan, shaking the Mughal foundation. Banda Singh then established Sikh rule in Punjab, abolished landlordism, redistributed land to farmers, and gave power back to the people. Coins were minted in the names of Guru Nanak and Guru Gobind Singh, a symbol of sovereignty. But the Mughals weren't done yet. Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah declared a full-scale jihad against the Sikhs. Orders were issued to kill Sikhs on sight. Banda Singh moved into the hills, regrouping, resisting. Even as emperors changed, from Bahadur Shah to Jahandar Shah to Farrukhsiyar, the Mughal obsession remained: eliminate Banda Singh Bahadur. In 1715, Banda Singh and his men were surrounded at Gurdaspur. Starvation, disease, and betrayal took their toll. 726 were captured and paraded like animals from Punjab to Delhi, tortured all along the way. Mughals carried out a special procession on 9 June 1716. Baba Banda Singh Bahadur was made to dress in the mock attire of the emperor and was made to sit on the elephant, while his 20-odd soldiers were made to march behind him on the streets of Delhi. The procession headed to the Qutubuddin Mausoleum of Bahadur Shah, near the present Qutub Minar. The Sikhs, before their death, were again given the option to choose from between conversion to Islam or death. They all were later beheaded as they refused to convert to Islam. The Mughal army then arranged the heads of 26 soldiers in a circle around Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. They placed his 4-year-old son named Ajay Singh on his lap and ordered Baba Banda Singh Bahadur to kill him with a short sword. As Baba Banda Singh Bahadur stayed unmoved, one of them moved towards Ajay Singh and cut him into two. They removed flesh from inside the body of Ajay Singh and threw it on the face of Banda Singh. They also plucked flesh pieces of the deceased and stuffed the unfortunate father's mouth with his son's liver and heart. Further, the Mughals barbarically tortured rock-faced Banda Singh and put him to death. They removed his eyeballs first, then slashed his legs and separated both his arms from his body. Later they tore off his flesh with red-hot pincers and felt satisfied only after cutting his body up into 100 pieces. Though Banda Singh Bahadur's rule was short, his courage reshaped Punjab forever. His legacy lit the path for heroes like Baba Deep Singh, Hari Singh Nalwa, and Maharaja Ranjit Singh. India has never had a shortage of warriors, and that's why our civilization is still alive. While others gave up, converted, or disappeared, Bharat survived. Why? Because every time tyranny rose, someone stood tall and fought back. But today, in our own country, some glorify these same Mughal tyrants for votes, for ideology, for ignorance. We must never forget the truth, never forget the blood spilled for our freedom. This is not just history, this is who we are.